This is breaking news.
Cody Johnson, joined by Luke Combs, Carrie Underwood, energizes Bridgestone Arena crowd. On Saturday evening, 2024 Country Music Association Album of the Year winner Cody Johnson performed for the second of two sold-out nights at Nashville's Bridgestone Arena. During a performance that never stopped feeling like cowboy lifestyle anthems turned up to 11, he was joined by artists including Luke Combs, Carrie Underwood, and Ian Munsick. Grammy winner Ashley McBryde and 2024 country chart topper Drew Baldridge opened the evening's festivities. Johnson's energy never waned, driving the crowd to wild appreciation of his work. Thus, it offered another clearly defined goal. One could believe that the Leather album vocalist is on the road to joining Texas-born and countrified performers, like Post Malone and George Strait in recent years, to potentially putting a Resistol hat-wearing fan in every seat of Nissan Stadium. Johnson's fans embody Southern and Western traditions. Johnson currently has a top 10 country radio collaboration with Underwood, I'm Gonna Love You. Combs and the performer have no official duets, but one glance at last week's media-based country charts shows that Combs' Post Malone duet Guy for That is one spot above Kojo's work with Underwood. Being just out of reach of another marker of peerless acclaim, being nominated for or winning either the Academy of Country Music or Country Music Association's Entertainer of the Year award, is also now clearly on Johnson's mind. Underwood has ACM wins in 2009 and 2010, while Combs has CMA victories in 2021 and 2022. I want you to know that there was a time when I thought this dream wouldn't happen. That's why I'm leaving it all here on the stage, Johnson told his crowd of die-hard supporters. Notably, Johnson's supporters are the type of people who love the United States of America, cold beer, Copenhagen smokeless tobacco, fishing for largemouth bass, going to the rodeo, and being able to sing George Jones' entire musical catalog or Jerry Reed's Eastbound and Down by heart, while partying in honky-tonks. Johnson also opened the show by performing his Leather album anthem, That's Texas, and the outline of the Lone Star State was tattooed over his heart. That was symbolic of a more significant theme of the evening. Southern and Western cultural and musical traditions were sung to as unwritten codes of life as law. Thus, choruses that felt like beatified platitudes are instead much more realities that define core existences. McBryde, Baldridge bring power and panache to the Bridgestone stage. To wit, openers Drew Baldridge and Ashley McBryde represented how transmitting grit via equal parts power and panache speaks well to the demographic of people in Bridgestone Arena on Saturday evening. 2 months ago, McBryde released Ain't Enough Cowboy songs, because of a belief that the shiny idealism attached to a diligent work ethic had worn dull in America. Couple that with 2022's hilarious Brenda Put Your Bra On and 2023's stellar ballad Light On in the Kitchen, being filled with time-tested Middle American roots-driven aphorisms, and the deservedly well-regarded live performer is onto something. At various points of her career, McBryde's been deservedly well-regarded for doing so much so right. However, it's in this chapter of her career, in which she's a newly minted Grand Ole Opry member, where her ability to sing as if the culture that surrounds country music, which ultimately doubles as one that governs much of American life, can solve everything. Insofar as Baldridge, consider the same 13 years it took him to gain, lose, then regain and supersede his footing in mainstream country music as a no one artist via 2024's She's Somebody's Daughter. It is the same amount of time it took McBryde to gain and then expand her reach as a 2023 Grammy winner with Carly Pearce for Never Wanted to Be That Girl. Like McBryde, he's an Illinois-born Midwesterner, rooted in traditions that double as rules of law and life. Thus, singing his new radio anthem, Tough People, sounds like it all rings authentically true. Johnson's voice leads his fans as follows. The evening's biggest superstar was Johnson's voice. Though he perpetually demurred away from the notion, he's a starched pearl snap shirt and cowboy hat-clad tent revivalist who, in vibe, comes off as if he has a lot in common with the rattlesnake preacher Ashley McBryde sang about to open her set.